Hello, everyone. Welcome back to day 2 of What is Creativity. It is so good to have you with us today. Now, before we get started, I know some of you are already thinking, I don't care, we're seeing you a little too much. Relax and don't worry. I won't be keeping you waiting here for long. We've got amazing guests and other inspiring spotlight conversation ready for you. And I definitely do not want my face to be the only thing you'll be remembering today. But before we dive in, let's take a quick dive at yesterday's conversation. Day 1 reminded us that creativity isn't just about being artistic. It's about solving problems, creating opportunities, telling meaningful stories, and having the courage to bring ideas to life. We also introduced our Spotlight segment, where we got to hear inspiring stories and creative making of creative members. If yesterday taught us anything, it is that every successful creator has a journey to share. And trust me, today's conversation is just as exciting. So our first guest is someone who is what continues to inspire people through creativity, passion, and originality. Their journey is proof that when talent meets consistency, amazing things can happen. So without keeping you waiting, please help me welcome our first guest for today, Kizira. Welcome to What is Creativity.
Welcome again to another one. Right, we've started a journey of understanding what creativity is, and we are still on that ride, and it has been an amazing journey so far. Right, I'm sure you've learned something the same way I've learned something, and there is still more to learn. So today we have someone amazing here with us. We have Krisha. So I would want him to tell us his name and what he does.
All right, Kisra.
Okay, it's Kisra.
Yeah.
All right, don't mind.
Yeah. AKA he creates. I'm a videographer. I do many things. I'm into graphics design. I used to dabble into web development, but basically, I'm fully a videographer now.
Okay, so he said he's a videographer. He dabbles into web dev. What else? Graphics design. He also goes into graphics design now.
Yeah. All around creative, I say.
Yeah. So it is an example of someone we can call a generalist, right? Someone that knows literally everything about everything. To kick this off, I want to ask you a question. And let's just go straight to the point. What is creativity to you?
So creativity has always been me showing the things that the Lord has given to me, as it has always been. Because in the book of Genesis says that let us create man in our own image. And the creation that say there showed how our Father is also a creator. So and he said we should do as our Father in heaven is doing. So creativity has always been showing Jesus through the lenses that I carry. Creativity has always been making myself be known through the things I do. Creativity has always been me showing that yes, there are some things that I do that advances what I want to do. I don't know if it gets what I mean. So in short, I can just say creativity is the art of showing crafts that are unique to oneself.
Creativity is the art of showing crafts that are unique to oneself.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think we can add pastor to.
No,
You cannot be a pastor to the list. Right. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Who is Emmanuel outside of the face of a videographer, a graphics design, a web dev, a pastor? What else is it?
Manuel is someone who likes just exploring. Yeah, that's the reason. That's why I actually know more of things like it was always, I see people doing this. I want to know how to do it. It's just me being inquisitive. Emmanuel is me being someone who, like, growing up, I love documentaries and all those kind of things. So I tend to watch things about history. Yeah, if not what I'm studying in school, I felt like I would have gone into psychology, history, and now there's someone who's into music. I added to the list. Anyways, so I feel that is it. Manu is just someone that likes exploring and discovering new things.
Okay, sure. We can boldly say you're the elder brother of Flora the Explorer.
Actually.
I was right. Okay, so let's go a little bit in this direction. What was the first thing that happened to you? Or what was the first thing you encountered that makes you say that, oh, hey, I think I'm a creator?
Okay. The first thing was, well, it's a story actually.
Oh, that's what we are here.
Actually, I remember growing up, I love appliances and all those kind of things. I like destroying things. I actually do like destroying things.
That makes sense.
The destroying things is not so that I will spoil it. Destroying things is, I want to know what is inside this thing. How does it work? And I realized that was what I was into. That's what actually pushed me to studying what I'm studying. But on the long run, because of what I wanted to do, I decided to pick up coding. And then I started to write code. So it was all fun and games until
You met a bug.
exactly.
I saw that coming.
It was not even bugs, it was not just one bug.
You met bugs.
Imagine checking your ID and read. I was like, and then we not started using what do you call it?
Yeah.
So I mean Stack Overflow. You are debugging for weeks and still your code is not
Well,
working.
that's the beauty.
Oh, to you people it is. But I'm not like it is frustrating. It is.
What language did you start with?
I started with JavaScript.
Okay, that's the problem.
I started with that. Well, it was JavaScript, then I gave up. Went back to HTML, CSS. Learned a little of PHP.
Okay.
Then I came back to JavaScript again. Then went back, learned React, and also it was like a circle for me. Until I got my first job as a video editor. That was my first client. And I realized that, oh, like, video editing is
This one is deal.
like, and I'm not feeling it. Let me just speak this one. So that was it for me. And it was funny because then a lot of people had known me for being a dev. So when I transitioned to video graphics, I was like, this one does not know what he's doing with his life.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And I could not, and I won't lie, I had this syndrome where I started doubting myself. Oh, is this really what I want to do? Well, along the line, I found myself in church media.
That's one big help I can see you there. So, because you mentioned church media, I want to ask this question because, one of the things we are looking to do in ÄGBÀ Cinema is, one of these days, something we're going to do. Many people don't know how much they get to learn in church media, right? And on the long run, they get to not say thank you. I'm going to say this: 70% of Christian creatives now, or 70% is smart. I think 80% of actually Christian creatives actually learn whatever they are doing outside in the church media.
Actually,
Right. So I want to ask you two questions. Right. How big is the influence of church media in the creative space?
well, the truth is, it is very big. It is very big because if you look at it from perspective, before we check the timeline of how church media evolved, you realize that it was because of church media that other broadcasting networks started to work, and you look at it in this sense that church media actually started to push more. Like, let's not even talk about media. Let's talk about music.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about music. I really cannot remember the names of all those big musicians. But I know a lot of them that started in church, and it influenced them into
Usually almost all the biggest.
actually. So basically, church as a whole, being a creative in the church, like how the church has pushed more creative into the space, into the world actually, has been it has been a lot. It has been a lot. So I feel the church actually does increase the media through is it the handling of camera? Because I had a friend actually that was a photographer. He was not that good actually before coming to church. And it was because of
he had a lot of place. Now he has a lot of place to experiment on people.
Exactly. So he experimented. The guy is, I don't know if you know him, his name is Timmy Buffer. He works with the school sometimes, he works in a career sometimes.
He has a look for like a dot, not red.
Somewhat.
Okay, no. I saw him today.
So yes, there are people like that. I remember there are people like Sammy, and they have I actually met with Lizzie and all those kind of things. The funny thing is, I realized that I started collecting or gaining connection with the church media, even with secular people, because some people will have worked with them, and because they saw that, oh, this guy is good, let us give him more connection, and it connects me with other people that I work with. I feel like church media actually connects people. That's it.
Okay, so I'm going to top it up with this question. What do you think now? Someone that has learned from the church, right? You're able to just get the basic stuffs, and it has carved out the path for you. But we cannot also say that you can get the best of hand in the church also. Not in our churches.
Yeah,
right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the church has helped, but I can still boldly say this. Only 10% of church is where you can say you become a good professional. Right. Now, people that are not privileged to now find themselves in churches like that, where they have, well, they can still say that they got this basic skill in this place. What do you think they can do to upskill themselves?
Alright, so for me, I would like, it's something I never told you, but I remember the first time we met.
Okay.
First time we met, that's not lie. I actually saw something you did, and I was like, who did this? I want to make
it. Was this on Nessa?
It was on Nessa. And then I had already started using that. I was not as good as creating that. I want to meet this person. And imagine this, the day I made that week, said that statement, that was the week I saw you. And if you remember, you were not editing a video. So I don't know, just came, asking. And I was like, oh, were you the one that edited?
So, no, I think we were talking about, I remember that day, we were talking about something.
We're talking about, I think it was video related, or
it's probably started with game. Then probably, I know that the conversation, when I got to ask you that I did this, you were not like, I did it. I was like, yes. Then you were like, I actually saw the shock in your face. I'm like,
exactly. For you then, that shock that you saw was coming from a person who started learning from church, and really what I created to church was amazing then, but what I saw you doing was like, oh, this is what I want to get into. I've seen it on YouTube and everything. Wow. So I was like, oh, at least this is a starting point for me. And the point then was for me to see people, other creatives around, because okay, the truth is, like I said, the church, yes, they teach you the basics, but one thing you must learn to do is actually connect with people.
Yes.
That's the make you strive to learn more.
Yeah.
To learn more. So at that point, that was me looking for people. That I would look over to and say, yeah, my senior one is doing this. I have to learn how to do it too. I don't know if it's not a competition per se.
No, it's how would I put it? Hunger, actually. How would I, there's a way I will put it. It's like being covetous, but it's in a good way, actually.
So for me, it was like that. Now relating it to church, this is it. If you go to a church where you can even meet someone that's not in the media, but knows what he's doing, like he's a creative generally and everything, because you're working in the media, you can walk up to him and you will learn from him. You can learn from him. So yes, we have this. The thing is, a lot of people that do not actually equip themselves with the technical know after church, they will remain a local champion. Just remain a local champion.
Alright. So I think the goal is that people not to remain a local champion. Actually. Alright. So now I want to go this direction and ask you this question. If you were to go into dev back,
Yeah.
and you have opportunities to learn in a very proper structured way, would you have picked it over video editing or being a videographer?
So I tell people that videography chose me, I didn't choose it.
God, why?
Now, when I mean videography chose me, it was to the point where my mentor who taught me how to write code, was a videographer. Where I learned, actually did go to a school for graphics design.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible graphic designer now when it comes to something, for I'm actually using that skill for motion graphics and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
When I mean terrible, I don't mean terrible. My designs are good. It's just that when you see big ops that do it every single day, you understand. But I realized that every single time they met me, I would tell them, videography is trash. I'm not doing it. Don't just bring it to my life. What I came to learn, just teach me and let me leave. I remember 200 level. Going back, I was already in the media space, and I saw a lot of people doing that sort of thing. And I was like, and the first person that approached me said, you're not going into, because I wanted to move to technical aspect. So you're not going to technical, just go under media videography team. I was like, I'm running away from this.
And your guys are pushing me towards.
And you're pushing me to. So it was more like, okay, you know what? I accept. I give up. I've surrendered all. And I remembered that same month was when I got my first gig as a videographer. Wow. Now, I have been working as a dev and other kind of things, and I realized
You've not gotten anything.
I've not gotten a tangible gig as a dev. And it was actually crazy for me. But I realized something in the long run, and that is the coding that I was using as a dev. It didn't go to a waste. But
Yeah.
I started using it. I'm not telling you I started using it. I was using it. But to the point where After Effects has planned.
Yeah, you have expression. You get right code in After.
Exactly. So I was writing expressions, and like other people will see the expression and they're like, what is this? I'm like, this is
basic stuff.
and I'm like, okay. So at some point I don't need to check YouTube videos for expressions.
For expressions again, yeah.
I will do it myself, and sometimes I even help people with expressions and they pay me for the expression. That
Wow.
so
I
that
did not know that there is that phase of collecting
Actually,
expressions.
so really I feel like it's worked hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yes, I would choose videography again, but I also choose coding.
Okay, so let me ask another question. How big is, because of the direction you went, right? How big is the knowledge of psychology, the knowledge of physics important in the media space?
In the media space. Now, psychology.
Yeah.
I would go in the aspect of, I can talk about photography, but I want to talk about videography.
Okay.
Right. I would tell someone that when you can trick people's mind into seeing what you push out, to capture their attention and all those, psychology actually.
Yes.
Once you are able to capture their attention with sound, color, and your visuals, you realize that it is basic psychology that you are doing right there. So a person that understands how the human brain works, and how humans think, will be able to direct your focus towards what you're doing. I'm telling you this from a perspective of, I started to read some books on psychology, and I think after that, I edited a video. And I realized that I was able to gain people's attention more. And it was more like, I know what you are expecting, and I will use it to my advantage. So that was how psychology worked for me. On the other basis, the truth is physics. Physics is in videography, so it's not like physics is in After Effects. There's a part that talks about physics when it talks about bouncing and graphs, and that's basic physics and all that. But you would realize that you have like velocity graph, that's what I'm trying to say. So you would realize that when it comes to your basic knowledge on or elementary knowledge that you've gotten, it works hand in hand, even when it's not in videography, in the creative space in general. Like, are you talking about geography, location? Yeah. Are you talking about mathematics? You do mathematics when you're writing an equation.
Yeah.
Are you talking about every single thing? Is it English? You will transcribe. I think you transcribe.
Yeah.
Is it? So basically, every other knowledge you gain as a child growing up, you would use it in every creative space. That's what I've learned. Because at some point, I was dabbling into sound engineering, and I realized something. Oh, you did frequency in physics.
Yeah.
And you work with a lot of frequency.
Yes.
You will hear things like high pass, low pass. And yes, that is physics. And you see it in sound engineering. You see it in videography, actually, sound design.
Yes.
And you realize that every single thing that has to do with life in general, because all these things are actually just the basic day-to-day. That's it. It's just that where we found ourselves, we are not being able to relate it well. That's it. But you realize that these things are practical things that you will use in your craft. In your craft. So that's why I said physics, geography, mathematics, everything, they work hand in hand. They work hand in hand. Okay, say lighting. I feel that's
awesome. So I want to ask you I want to throw this. Sound design, or color grading and color correction.
sound design. Sound design.
Okay. VFX or sound design?
VFX. I know it's crazy, but VFX all day. That's what brought me to videography when I started to pick interest into it more. I dabbled into After Effects because of VFX, not even because of motion graphics. Because of VFX. I saw like some videos online and I was like, oh, I want to create so basically VFX all day. Yeah, sound engineering is good. VFX all day. And to be like, you no, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's not like
I actually understand. All right. Now let's go a little bit. Have you ever find yourself in a situation where you worked in the video and you had a whole lot to be corrected, not from fine, but because of the video was just not good enough. To you, good enough, right? And it's like you keep changing maybe fonts, and you were spending days, weeks on that already. Now, in that situation, now that particular thing is a blessing. That is creativity in itself. Choosing to want to make it better. But now the question is, this creativity, can it also be a cause in sense of you are just doing this thing and correcting and making changes back to back, and you find out that the time you could have spent doing something else, you were doing this.
Well, the truth is, when I started out, everything I brought, even till today, the reason I do not have I have not created a website for my portfolio and I'm still using another website was because I felt like, oh, this was not good enough. This was not good enough. So, but along the line, I realized that creativity is not about being perfect. It's about doing the best that you can do and pushing it. Like, imagine you have to edit 20 videos in a day and you want to be perfect in all the 20 videos.
I've had that I know my work rate is crazy, but long form or short form?
Short form. I don't try it. I mean, I've not done it. I'm just giving a scenario.
But I know I've done a lot. I know I've done a lot, like a lot in a day. Like, you sit in front of short form now.
Yeah.
You sit in front of your laptop and you are just going. I've done, okay, I might not be able to count the amount of videos, but I think I've gone 3 days. Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah. Wow. I think mine was just 24 hours. And after that 24 hours, I did not enjoy my day.
After that 3 days, I went on a production.
You went on a production?
Wow. I slept after the first day.
Wow. Wow. For me, that's... Now, let's put that into what you asked. Imagine something goes wrong in the production, I'm just saying, and obviously you're looking for the best of the best way to solve it instead of improvising, because creativity is about improvising sometimes. And you're looking for the best. The truth is, the production might not come out well.
Okay. We'll see the best.
I'm talking about another scenario.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about another scenario.
Okay.
So, in your sense, for me, I feel like that is crazy. The worst I've done was 8 hours, 3 hours break, 8 hours, 3 hours break, 8 hours, 3 hours, I think for a whole week. And that was when I was working for, anyways, moving forward. It was like that for me. And one of the reasons I spent so much time on it was because it was long form.
Long form.
Yeah, long form. And you have to make corrections, and you have to cut scenes, and it is not that we have AI that does that for us, but then there is nothing like that.
You have to do it one by one.
And then say, I think Terrapool did not allow you to caption well. It muffles everything.
No, I think it depends on your sound.
No, I'm talking about sometimes when you get jobs that the sound is not that clear.
Yeah. No, literally, I didn't hear it to transcribe, but you expect it to be clear. Even something you say, you are not hearing. So,
anyways, so to the point now, you have to spend time in all. The thing is, when you spend time in doing that, instead of finding ways to do it faster, or give you the same type of quality, you realize that you wasted your time.
Yeah,
you wasted your time. Now imagine you're collaborating when you could have done it in a better way and it is still giving you the best. There's this syndrome that creative have that has to be perfect. I do not agree with it sometimes.
But there's something like
that's the thing, there's nothing like perfect in my own eyes.
Okay.
Yes, it can be the best, but you would see something else that's better than, similar to what you've done.
That's better.
And in that sense, would you say yours is perfect? I don't know. It's perfect, but you're like, oh,
his own is better, but does not mean this is not good enough.
Exactly. So I'm actually going to the point where do the best you can do, and what you have to do next is thinking on how to make this productive. Like, stop thinking of stop putting it in the sense that, oh, I will do this and I will spend hours doing this, or I will try to correct this. And sometimes your errors are a beauty.
Yes,
errors are a beauty. I know many times where I made a mistake and I checked the video and I liked the mistake.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
So creativity is about making mistakes to me. Not all the time.
Okay.
Not all the time. Don't make stupid mistakes. Like, to me, I feel like sometimes you will make mistakes. Yeah, and you'll be able to utilize it. Like, imagine some of the greatest inventions that were made were out of someone else doing something else.
Yeah.
And it was not really that he was trying to do
that, he just stumbled.
I can't remember, but I remember the story of gunpowder. It was gunpowder they were trying to.
No, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what they were trying to do, but that aside after. But you will realize that most of the greatest inventions that we had was not that we were actually trying to create those inventions. It was because they stumbled on that. So yes, you can decide to be perfect and you will waste your time. But why not be perfect, and why not do the best you can do, and see how it comes up.
Sure. Doing your best should be the drive.
It should be the drive. Pushing out what you can push others. Like, that is okay. Instead of, I don't know if you understand.
I actually understand. So, I'm going to go this direction before I come back to where you are. If you're to grade, now throughout last year, there was the fear of AI is going to take the job. Even understanding the video space right now, right? I know many people are saying, AI is making bad graphic designers. Some people will come back and say that now Sabi use font and all of that. But looking at the fact that people are now working on a full-fledged movie
With AI.
with AI, actually, what do you think is the fate in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years. Next 5 years, only those that learn to utilize AI will still be in this industry.
Okay.
Yes. I'm like very sure on that. Why? Now, what I mean is, you might still be in the industry and not be productive in the industry. I don't know if you understand.
No, I actually have a contrary opinion.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
I introduce that. I realized that AI is generating a lot of crazy stuff. But the truth is, when you see an AI content, you will know I'm there.
You would know it's AI.
So there are some people that will use that AI and you would not know that it's AI, and they incorporate human know-how to it. Yeah, I don't know if you
understand what you
understand. Now, the truth is, now going back to psychology, if you give a job to someone and person uses AI to do the job from A to B, I was like, would you feel like you got in the water of?
Depends, because it's actually more expensive now.
So something you can do with AI yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
You would not.
I would not feel it.
You will not feel it. But once it does it, like there are some jobs you will see. It is until they tell you that, oh, this is AI. That you'll be like, oh, how did you do this with AI? And you'll be amazed. And you understand, you still want to pay the person. I want you to go back to AMVC. I don't know if you saw a video where there was a guy shooting the actresses and the actors, but incorporating AI to the background. I don't know if you saw that video.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Yeah, sure.
So, to everyone that sees that video, yes, it is AI. But the truth is, do you know the prompt you used?
Yeah.
Can you generate that kind of thing with AI? So the thing is, for us or for people that choose to still be local, I want to put the local word, like you still want to follow the technical know-how, how they have been doing it for like 10 years and all this kind of thing, the train will leave you. The train will leave, like the train will leave you.
Okay.
And you would realize that you're not being productive as you used to. Okay. So that's why I said that the next 5 years actually. That is if we continue, because sometimes human beings tend not to follow through.
Sure. Yeah.
But if we follow through,
We are following through that.
actually. I'm just giving
If it possibility.
Yeah.
That was a good. If I was to continue.
Alright, so if we follow through, you would realize that we'll be creating more than even those people that do not use AI.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah. You want to say something?
I actually have these. I use AI. Right? I'm not saying this because I don't use AI, but at times when I look at AI, there's imagine you use AI to create a video, right? There can be so much of blend that it is difficult to know. But I have this sense of, maybe because of the phase where we're still right now, AI, but I have this sense that big infrastructures, right? They would not want to.
So, yes, actually, I actually watched a series where we're talking about companies like, okay, let's do it this way. Rolls-Royce, do you see their ad?
It can never be AI.
Do you get, like, to some point they would before they use AI for an ad?
Even if they are going to bring it in, maybe they are scripting, but for the main,
yes,
they are not going to.
They are not. So, but let us. So where I was going through with AI is, what AI will do is, it will take before they wanted to create an ad, to take them probably, let's say 10 days.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming that 10 days to 5 days.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But for AI to totally replace every single person, it's not possible. It's not possible.
So, I think the goal should be that everybody sees AI as a tool to bring into their day-to-day activity.
Okay. It's a tool. Yeah. See it as a tool and not competitive.
Because at times when I I think recently I was trying to engage AI, and I remember the particular one, and I was like, which job will you not, take over? Mm-hmm. And then the response was, I'm just a tool.
Mm.
I'm literally just a tool. That was the response I gave me, that I'm just a tool. I can't take jobs.
Okay.
Right. So in short, the fear should not be AI is community jobs. Mm-hmm. Because I saw recently that Ford had to employ 3,000 of their engineers back. Because AI could not achieve what those guys were delivering.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that was like saying that, so once you understand that, okay, this thing is a means to an end,
mm-hmm.
for me, because I'm using it because I want to get this.
Yeah.
So the fear is not that AI is going to take your job.
No.
AI is literally not going to take anybody's job. The people that are going to take your job are the people that knows how to use AI. Because it would be smartness from someone. The moment AI came in, those that went to learn prompt engineering.
Actually,
that was simply smartness. Because why don't you know how to prompt? As at that time, when those when people started training people, on prompt engineering and all of that, I was seeing people, you are still fighting this thing. Yes. This thing is like when internet came to life.
Actually,
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when Android phone. I remember when my dad, when Android phone came, he said he's never going to use it. That he prefers his button phone. That why will he be pressing phone on the screen and all of that? But he got to a junction in his life.
Mm-hmm.
It is like you don't have an option. You have to adapt.
There is something of relation to this. I remember, I think I was in family or GSM1,
mm-hmm.
and then I think an iPhone came out or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was expensive then, so it's like only those that can afford it can afford it. Yeah. And one of my aunts got it, like wow. And I was like, why would you spend this much on iPhone? I saw it as stupid. Like, why would you? And I was young then, I was like, why would you spend this much on? So growing up, I think just a story, something happened where I saw someone getting a workstation, like a PC workstation.
Okay.
And obviously, I was like, why?
Now you're wasting money. Give me the money now.
Not up to SS2, I started enjoying games. I started doing GPU intensive tasks. And I told them that I needed the workstation. You're now looking at me and decide that, didn't you say that you will not go to my this? Didn't you say you will not spend so much on management? Because apart from all this, I'm also into cars, I'm into bikes, and everything. when I said that, I like a bit. So it was like that for me, and my dad was also a bike person. Like, wow.
How many injuries do you have on your leg?
Is it?
How many injuries do you have on your leg?
My leg. Let's not talk about it. But if you notice some scars on my face,
Okay.
like, I don't know, some black, yeah, some pattern. Yeah, I felt like on bikes and bicycles, bike shop, everything shop. And it was growing up, I realized that there are some things you just want to spend time and money with.
Yeah.
There are some things that you just want to lock, like, let me use the word locking into, just so that you can enjoy it to the fullness.
Yes.
And if you decide to just go halfway, you will not. So for me, that's how AI is. For you to utilize it to the capital heights that you're supposed to do, you have to lock in. You have to learn it to do them. I'm not saying that you learn how to code AI, but you learn how to utilize it so well that someone else will not. Because, like you said, it is not AI that is replacing it, it's someone else that is
using the job. The AI that is replacing.
So imagine this: in a film, you have you have a lot of people doing a lot of tasks and everything, but you have someone that can write content more.
Yeah.
You have someone that can do things more with AI. You that you do it to the end 247 and everything, and it takes you like 2 days to do it, they will replace you with someone that can do it in 1 day.
Yeah.
In 5 days. I feel that is it for that, actually.
Okay. So I want you to do something for me. Describe your perfect workstation. Or let me go. Describe your dream workstation.
That's a lot. So we'll start from this. So I am not into the Apple ecosystem. I say why, but I can't get the Apple ecosystem like that. Okay.
So you're not going into Apple?
No. For mobility, I'll go into Apple.
Okay.
What I mean by mobility, obviously,
Apple laptop asleep.
Exactly. And the battery life.
Okay. Yeah. I think I actually saw a video around that today. They were like, the reason why Apple's battery lasts longer is because of their OS, not the hardware itself.
Yeah, the OS and their processor, actually, the way it incorporates
that if you install Windows on Apple device, it's not going to go more than 4 hours.
So it is the OS that
they were like, Apple OS was done to work with just one type of laptop.
Oh, okay.
Windows was done to work with all. So Toshiba, Acer, HP, Dell, name, like, if I create my laptop today and I load their OS and get still going on. So that robustness that they had to
open source
think into it is the reason why. So your laptop is literally trying to, they can't make it. Apple configured the OS to their hardware.
Yeah.
So they can't configure the OS to any hardware because they configured it in a way that it can work with every hardware. So, okay. So let's. So you can't game on the Apple system.
It's not like you can't, but
it's not convenient.
It's not convenient.
All right. So you would want to have just one Apple laptop that you can carry around.
One that you can carry.
Not now. So I describe the workstation itself now.
So basically, probably an M4. That's the Apple
that you can carry around. Pro or Air?
Definitely Pro.
Alright.
Then for the workstation itself, I'll go with the PC setup.
Okay.
Then probably have like an Alienware, a 3 display monitor. I'm thinking of, well, I won't lie, every single time I've thought about my dream workstation, it changes. So I can't give you like,
as at now, give us that dream setup.
Okay. As at now,
how many monitors?
I don't know. That's not like you can feel the way you need monitors. But 3 is actually.
Sure. Okay.
Really, actually, true. Get to probably RTX 560.
Okay.
Probably 16 gig dedicated.
Okay.
Yes, I need critical. Yeah, I'm not just dedicated. Then for a PC, actually, because I would still get a Windows.
Okay.
I'll still get it. I'm going for an million there.
Mm.
And then like, yeah, that's
Which type of chair would you want?
is it?
Which type of chair?
It's not like when it comes to comfortability for me, I've never thought about it. So it's always been the gadgets, not the furniture. So, well, ergonomic chair is okay. It's something that's very comfortable. I want to get a normal part. That's the setup.
I think for like that the person is very crazy. If you see that it's not poor, and the person is literally using a plastic chair with a table made from a furniture man, few street down to his house. And that's my kind of message. And every single time that I look at it, I'm just like, this guy. Money is not your problem. It's not like you cannot remove maybe 500,000 now. Get a table that can go up and down, do proper table management. That 500,000 we want to do, get a table and get a chair. It's not like they said, you see this thing that you have here, that you can't fully describe the type of joy it gives to you.
You see, there are some habits in people like that. Like for me now, if you want to know that I'm reading, you want to know that I am reading. Yeah, and you see books on the floor. Okay, like my room is very scattered. Like it has to be scattered for me to read properly. That has been some. I tried to change it, but it did not work. So I just left it like that. So what's that? Anyways, it's like that for me. I feel like there are some people, they just do it because, like, now I don't know. There's this tweets where you see devs, they have like a crazy workstation and everything, but if you check their talk, they have a crazy workstation and everything. But if you go to their room, now just bed there.
I've seen something related to that where the guy would talk about priority. He's putting on maybe one of socks that the top of the toe is cut so. He will now pan the camera to his decks. You now be like, it's not like I don't have money to change his socks, but we like change it.
No, actually, it's funny. The funny thing is, my dad is kind of like that sometimes. When it comes to cars or like appearances and gadgets and everything, I do what I do. Growing up, you would expect that my dad should do some things for you and all those kind of things, but you realize that you're going to spend it on his car first. So this is stuff. No, relax. Like, I do not want to tell the specifics, but to us, the children, we always felt like it was too much.
The car is not working.
Oh God, but actually, let us calm down with the car. I'm talking, when my dad hears a tick on his car, you go fix it. You go and fix it. Obviously, that's the best thing. It's not for Nigeria, and they don't really do it like that.
No, actually, even out of Nigeria, I remember my dad actually sells car, and I know a lot of people that's their behavior.
Wow. No, probably because I didn't see a lot of people like that in my area.
Maybe because this is it. That smallest tick, it's a sign,
actually.
Right? And you don't know his car up to him. You don't know what is probably is. He might be managing that car at that point in time, right? I don't know if he's a person that travels a lot.
No, do you know what I'm saying? Is from perspective of this thing that is disturbing the car.
You can still manage it for weeks. You can still
why I'm saying that is because he taught me how to drive at a very young age. Okay. So I started to know the in and out of cars at the end. So I started to play back every single thing that he did, and I'm like, this man, you did not need to repair this.
You did not need to, as at that point in time.
You did not need to repair. So it's not that this thing that it's going to.
It will be giving him a bit. If you don't remove that,
it's more like OCD. Is it OCD we call it? Okay, you have to be clean at all time. Like his car has to be spotless.
Oh, all right. Alright, it can never be. No, it can be me, but it can never be. It can be me. Don't let me say it can never be.
Actually, to the point where I saw that going. And the thing is, I thought that I would never be like that.
No, you're like that.
But there are some specifics that I do, and I'm like, I didn't get this for myself. It's my dad. My dad. I remember there was a time when I took the car out, and I'm the kind of person that if something is wrong with the car, so that I'll not talk about it, but I can tell. So I'll tell my dad that. Like that. Yeah, I say this and not do it. And when my mom hears, because my mom too is also into, she'll be like, you guys don't need to fix this. And this is how it is for us. We do not call the mechanic. Fix it yourself. We literally have a whole room for tools.
That's why you fix it.
We literally, so before the mechanic comes and tells us that
What is going on?
this work, we know what is going on. We just go and touch it. We probably don't have the tool to touch it. So
That's why you did not fix
That's why we did not fix it.
You guys use YouTube videos.
Actually. For my dad, it was not YouTube videos. Growing up, he stayed with most of his friends were mechanics. So he stayed with them a lot.
So he knows everything.
He knows every single thing. It's now that he doesn't have time to. But I remember then, the next, any small thing, you're like, Ima, we are going to check this on the car. And you want to cry now. I remember I was working, this was recent, I was working on a project when I was at home. And it had a deadline. My dad was like, in the next 1 hour, we'll go and check something on the car. And I was like, Dad, I'm busy. No, my dad understands that.
Okay.
There are sometimes when I can tell you that, I want to really work on something. So he's like, okay, no problem. That 1 hour, we come, it's good. And you kind of say no. So you are literally fixing the car with him and everything. And I'm like, so all these things, because in our house, we have other compounds and all these kind of things. So yeah, we have tenants and all. And these other tenants, sometimes when they have issue with the car,
They will not come back.
they will not call their mechanic first.
They will first call that.
They will first call daddy. And it now, when daddy was not around, they will now come here. Man, there's a day, one of them had to say, how do you know everything that you learned? I'll let see me.
I check it. I see it every day.
It's not my fault. I didn't want to know it. No problem. I said, no problem. Not late. So that was how it was.
Okay, so let me ask this question because we went a little bit into parent. What was your parents' perspective towards trying to be a creative, towards trying to be a creative?
Okay. For me, they were very supportive. They were very supportive. Coming from a place where, my dad did not really have much of, because it was someone that loved music too, and they didn't really support it for him.
Okay.
So when he started having children, you want to some point, anything my dad did not like, now it's me I like. So that, because at some point I remember there was sometimes they didn't really agree to it. What I mean that they were not really supportive was they were very supportive rather, was when they saw that every single thing this one they do now the opposite of or things that I wanted to do when I was young. So they just supported. They didn't stress me. There are sometimes, but the only thing they stress me is collecting it outside of their jurisdiction.
Oh, so you can't travel?
I can't travel, but I can't like.
You can't just wake up one morning and say that you are on your way to.
I have to tell them a week that I have a gig that I'm going for. So there are sometimes that I think they found out already, so I can say it. There are sometimes that I'll have gigs and I'll not tell them that I have gigs and I'll go. It is on phone, they'll be like, when did you get to this place? And they'll be like, but you know that this, because my dad is a kind of, we look for it overprotective.
Okay, I get that.
So I have like, when do you know how unsecure and all that? I said, no worry. What did it mean? That's why you named it right now. And it's like that from both. Everything was very supportive.
The reason why I asked that question is because I'm getting to see parents come towards me wanting their children to learn, right? And I think recently I had a parent that came that they want their children to learn music, keyboard, guitar, and coding generally. And a few days ago, or yesterday, or day before yesterday, I had a parent came to me, and just told me that they heard that the Muslim does trading and all of that they want their child to learn. And so my question is, this is the major question, what is your perspective towards parents wanting to have their children learn? And the second thing is, how well of assignment do parents do before dumping their child into the text queue? The reason is, one of my friends will always say something, inspiration. He would say, I can't really remember the right words, but he would always say something like, you would always have like your foolish days, right? And your foolish days are days. I remember there was a day a parent told me that they want to pay, 250,000 or 350,000 for their child to learn coding, all of that, in a particular skill. And I told them, has your child learned anything before? They said no. I said, that thing you want your child to learn, he's not going to learn. Actually. So I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do for you. Can you get a laptop? They said, yes, they have a laptop. That's why they want to. I said, his peers are paying. I said, calm down. You trust me? They said, yes. I said, good. I now downloaded tutorials on YouTube. I gave it to the child. Nothing less than 3 weeks. The only thing the boy was doing, I was doing it. So now the question is, how good is it enough for parents who want their children to learn? Because early years, we were talking about nursing, doctor, engineer, and all of that. Or if you want to go and learn a skill, fashion designing, engineer, electrician, these were the feet of the Prophet's Club. Actually, these skills are still one of the biggest skills you can actually get your hands on, right? But now, coming into test skill, do you think parents need to do their assignment before pumping your child into learning something, or they should just go ahead and say, okay, you know what, go and learn this thing?
For me, I would say the best thing is not just doing the assignments, because the truth is, most times people will not talk about it, but the reason some parents tell their parents to learn the tech skills because they saw other people making
money from it,
and it might not work out for your kid.
Yes.
So the assignment they should do is what exactly, and I will put it. I've been trying to avoid saying God. Actually,
okay, no. Say God. Say God. Yeah, we already know you're a pastor, so go on and say God.
But the thing is, I would love for parents to actually know what God is saying concerning them.
Okay.
Their children, they should know the purpose, because because the assignment of parents is not to your teacher force you to learn.
Yes. I have seen experiences where Pastor Apostle even mentioned something that he had a teacher that if you don't even want to know mathematics, don't worry. When you hear that man's name, at the mention of that man's name, knowledge will flow to your head.
But let's not lie. Look at it in. After that math, would you have interest?
Yeah, most of them. I can say this, right? There are times that when someone forces you to do something, you actually, and at times, most of the time you find out that you now you develop interest in all of that. I'm going to say this, right? My dad kind of forced my brother to learn keyboard, right from a very, very, very young age. And right now, my brother is interested. Maybe he could have left it because it's not a full stack dev.
Yeah.
Right. But he did it. He developed the interest. He was very good at it. But you would know that because he knows, how will I be when you now know that, this person knows this thing. But he's not really stacked like someone that was like, I want to do music, I want to do music,
That's okay, so let me angle it in such a way that it's more appealing.
Okay.
So it is like this. When you are forced,
yeah.
You don't have passion towards it.
Yes.
But when you do it out of the love that I can't putting that. The thing is that your students wanted to that they wanted to put on your. If it was probably someone that because you forced him, he actually did and he learned it and all those kind of things, you will realize that along the years he might not use it. Yes. Or if he uses it, he's not really into it that much. Yeah. You understand? Yes, once in a while he might be getting small, but he might not want to dabble into it. That is where the assignment comes with the purpose. Now you have to know what God is saying concerning your children. You have to know how God wants them to live their life, actually. And the truth is, when you start to walk in the way of the Lord, it's easy for you to find direction. It's easy for you to know the paths that you're supposed to take. Now, for parents that, I do not want to be biased, but for parents that they really do not even know what their child is supposed to do, or they don't know how to get their child to, you realize that because why I made that statement was because I had a scenario where a friend had experienced forcing to do a course that he was supposed to. And yes, he meant it was the best in his class and all those kind of things. But I won't lie, till not up until some 3 years ago, he was like, he regretted doing the course. Like, he has stopped anything related to that course. He has stopped it now and starting from. Yeah. Wow. Now, it's because his parents do not know how to manage him well. Yeah. They didn't know how to parent him properly. For me, I feel like the parents should know you. The parents should know. And the truth is, they do. This is it, they do. From the day that you are till they will see things you are doing. And the thing is, when you are young, you are learning. Yeah, you are learning. As you learn, you will tend to know what this one is likely to do. You can then push him in that path. Along the line, if the child says, I am not interested, let it go. Let him go. Do not force it. Do not force creativity. That's just it. Do not force your child to have this thing that you see other children having just because they haven't and they are making. Your child might not make it. That's fair.
Your child might not make it.
That's fair. See, you now be like you wasted your time all this while. Because like the thing that comes when you would see, you know that this guy is not supposed to be in the tech space and he's there. And you now be like, if you have blown by your boy one line, maybe not like actually. Global game on you, Charlie. If someone bill you will bill you. Actually, so there are other things your child can understand. Thank you, like this. It's not everybody that will make it. It's not everybody. It's a pastor. I'm sorry to say, for me, I think one of the reasons that I found it hard to transition to videography, really to some point, you cannot really say, you take like that. I don't know. Yeah. Like, once you're just doing editing videos, you can't really say that you're.
Content creators are tech.
Oh, yeah, now.
She content creators now. Content creators, I don't know it's a tech.
Okay, let me have that mindset. I just want to know how they do tech.
She content creators are not into tech.
Anything.
What is tech?
You see, so
content creation is now a skill. It's now a skill, right?
Yeah.
So how do you define tech?
On a more serious note, it's simple in the name, technology. Like
technology.
Exactly.
So content creators, they literally use technology.
Yes.
They write their scripts, they turn on lights.
No.
So even if you say technical, they turn on ring lights.
On a more serious, you know why I do not classify them as tech people.
They turn on ring lights and
well, there has always been this bias for me, and that bias is someone that is not, not into.
Okay.
And that is not.
You're not pressing it.
I know it's not stress me.
But they're using their laptop to edit. They have CapCut. They have CapCut to edit. So
that you want to do, you want to bring another one like.
I think I'm actually end up bringing the one, but continue.
Anyways, now it's not every single person. Okay, yes, let's put it like this. Not every single person that will stay. Should we phrase it like
No, anyway, go to I'm available.
but you understand, like, don't think that because every single person is making it like that. Let me give you a perspective. McDonald's, yeah? McDonald's, like
Okay, burger.
okay. When they started off with their drive-ins, every other restaurant you have to wait for your time to collect your food or other. But then they started drive-ins where you would drive to the stand, order your food, and in minutes your food is there in a bag.
That's it.
And you take it away. You don't have to stay in the restaurant. I know, like when he brought out that idea, the truth is started selling faster than other food brands and those kind of things. So do not limit yourself to what other people are doing. Like sometimes you have to actually you have to think about what will make me unique, what makes me different. Like imagine there are some jobs that you will do and you did this. When someone else does that job and tries to copy the style, it's like they're trying to copy, so it's not you.
Yeah.
It's not you. So friends should actually know who they are children are before sending them to go and learn something. Apart from tech. Apart from tech. Like know who your child is. Know who your child wants to be. Because another thing about young guys when we are growing up, like for me, I would have never come into engineering per se. I've gone into aerospace.
Is aerospace engineer?
Like, you don't understand, just like me.
Oh,
You understand?
okay.
Like, not aerospace engineering. Like,
Engineering, just be like a pilot.
Exactly. I wanted to
You
be.
know, amount of countries you have been into. You just be landing in different countries and imagine you for few hours and leave again.
So, for
Those people are living a dream. Oh. They're living my dream. You just you're entering countries and coming out.
yeah, well, there is that. We also have some things that to say about them. About that.
Oh, wait. Tell that I don't know that.
Anyways, but we have pilot. Now, for me, why I love that terminology was because my uncle was a pilot.
Oh, so that's why I don't want to say about that.
Yeah. Anyways, uncle was a pilot before he died actually.
Oh,
Yeah. And it was amazing how, yes, I remember the first time I saw him fly a plane. So it's when he was, because I knew before he entered aviation college. And when they were doing their big showcase, they actually showed what they can do. And they did like a 360 on the plane. And because my uncle was like one of the best students they had there, one of the rebellious students they had there. So on a normal ship, you are not supposed to do that. But because his family was there,
he showed ski.
he showed it. Like it was like, if you really people are paying this amount of money, you will see what the money is.
And
Exactly. So for him, when I saw that, and I can tell you this, I'm the firstborn of the firstborn. I'm my dad, the firstborn.
okay.
So yes, I said I was going to be a pilot. Every other person after me were going to be a pilot. Every other. But I realized something as we grew up. It made sense.
Now, so that means I want to first. And now, so that I want to first.
You see, for me,
When I went into anything relating to wire at home, I know the in and out.
I'm going to be. You must have been someone like me that destroyed himself.
No, I dare not destroy my daddy's property.
Oh,
I dare not.
well, you know some taxes actually. Destroy.
My daddy is one person that when he comes from, he go, if he has told you not to watch TV and he comes, he's going to place stand on the TV. Oh, he's going to check that question.
What's there?
It's one of them. I love him so much. He's one of them. So he was the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Right. So
The lion.
at the mention of his name, everything was found. And every talk was comment and that is around. So No, he's like that.
Yeah.
So I want to ask this question, and I want to go to where you don't want me to get to. CapCut or Premiere Pro, DaVinci. One.
So to some point that the enough of Premiere Pro, Premiere Pro. I love to learn DaVinci.
DaVinci, okay.
I love like every single time. Yeah. Anytime someone talks about Fusion Page, I'm like, I want to know what this is about.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah. CapCut, I started with CapCut yesterday.
So why did you drop it?
And I dropped it. And I realized that you have to use that be do. And that is, it is when you are good, Premiere Pro is faster. Because that plugin, stuff like that makes things feel like you can.
But there are things like that also in CapCut.
Like since I've been using CapCut, I don't think you can use plugins. It's just the effects that are there.
No, let's talk in relation to the effects, text effects, transcription. I find CapCut transcription easier for me.
You see, the only thing I enjoy with CapCut is the fact that they incorporated AI and their caption. But let's know, like after that, what else do you like?
Yeah, text effects. I don't have to.
Do you like those effects? Like there's
not the animation, so to say.
Oh, I'm talking about that.
Why would I photo? But there are times, well, it depends on what you're doing. I remember I worked on a video this year. I've not really worked on a lot of videos this year. Kind of transition, so I just redundant. So I think a few days ago, someone wanted to do a whiteboard animation. And I felt like, it's been long I've done this thing. You know what? Let me do it. Right. So, it's more of the effect. Right? One of the videos that I worked for, I think at times, I now try to play smart. Right? I feel like if I try to do this thing in Premiere Pro, just this text effect, I'm going to spend maybe 15 minutes, right? Before designing, picking colors, arranging, blending.
But CapCut is
inside CapCut. I'm going to just place one button. So you know what? I now literally anything relating to text, effect, and just the effects, arranging and all of that. I do them in CapCut.
I want to ask you just one question.
Okay.
When it comes to CapCut, is there, when someone edits with CapCut and someone edits with Premiere Pro, can you distinctly tell the difference?
It depends on the person.
Depends on, but most times can you distinctly tell?
Depends on the person.
Why I'm saying that is, for me, there are some, like on Premiere Pro, you can tailor an effect to the specification that you enjoy.
You can, now I'm going to say this. You can also, that's why I said something. It depends on the person. Now let me put it like this. It's not a factor of the two. Okay, let me ask this question.
Of the person using it for. Actually, it is.
Right. Okay, let me use this example. My daddy used to do something. Right. My daddy sells car. Alright. There was a time he had a Golf. For run around and all of that. He traveled with that Golf. Someone had a big fancy car. And they were on the same spot. What's this indirect, let's raise ourselves.
Wait, I want to ask you a question. That big fancy car, what kind
I can't even remember, but it was a fast car.
It was a fast car.
And my daddy brought that with him and told him, it's not about the car.
It's about the passenger.
It's about the driver.
Actually, it's
and my daddy proved to him that with extra mouth. Oh my God. That is not about the car. It's not about the car. It's actually him. It's because I'm going to, the reason why I actually
one question concerning that. Imagine it was a drag race. You know what a drag race is?
I'm not sure.
A drag race is a straight line. But for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And your dad is that off, and the person is that powerful. This. Who do you think will win?
I don't know, because that man is my dad. Sorry. I'm being sincere. I had someone that worked with my dad. The wife of this man said, every single time they get home, She runs to the toilet.
I understand that.
Like, I'm going out with my husband. I'm coming back inside.
And you want to?
The next thing, I want you to understand
the setting from driving with you.
The goal is not to, I was with my home kid recently. I went on a production in Lagos, so I was coming and I went. The distance was short. And the wife was telling me that, I'm big now. This thing is not long. This is happening. He was like, hey, this is just there. I'm not running now.
I understand. I do understand that.
There are people that they are as crazy as that. Right? Now, I don't want to really use car as an example, because when it comes to car, two things matters. Number one, acceleration and speed. So how fast can your car, accelerate before you get to its top speed? Now, in competitions like that, acceleration helps faster than
for drag races.
Yes, acceleration helps and faster than speed, right? So, but now, I even on a video level, I want to put it in this direction. Have you watched movies that were made in, because most of the time when people come to me that they want to learn video, and they are like, their laptop is small, cannot handle. I tell them something. I want to watch a movie made in 2005. Did you complain that the editor did not have sense? They tell me no. That 2005 Premiere Pro that you are complaining about was what the person used.
I remember. Okay, I feel like I should say something. So, at some point, I see you as like my big daddy. Just
so I'm still a small, but yeah, at least you have more years than me. So I have a upper hand.
So I remember there was a time when I wanted to get my system.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I think I remember there was a time you reached out.
Yeah. So I reached out and I was like, and then I was looking to get like I had like it's not an high-end PC, not a tiny PC, and you made a statement to like start.
Yeah.
Get what your money can get. Get it. And push from there. And you made the same statements. They're like, really, you will do things that other people cannot do. If you really know how to use that. That is it. Right?
I said that.
You actually did.
I'm not very attentive memory.
Like that. So for me, I never forgot that. I never. I forgot. And me getting that system, I realized that this is actually true. I can tell you that. Well, yes, I don't like CapCut and all this kind of thing, but I was doing VFX with CapCut. So to some point, it's not like I hate CapCut. Neither. I don't hate CapCut. You're welcome. CapCut is good. But I do not see myself using CapCut for a very, like, okay, let's do it like this. Large production. Okay. Movie set.
I think I'm going to do something. I'm going to work on a full movie.
And you start.
And I'm going to edit it from beginning to the day.
Okay. It's doable actually.
And I'll make sure
it's better than what.
It will be better than what someone would eventually resolve at Premiere. This thing makes me remember something. Premiere Pro. Something of there was one of my students that was talking about how she learns, talking about Premiere Pro. And somebody on Twitter said, this was last year, who is teaching you Premiere Pro 2025? I saw that statement, that come and learn Da Vinci, all of that. Next to that statement, I'm like,
what do you mean?
That you literally don't understand the fight for you to make that stupid statement. Because when I saw it, I was kind of at first vexed. But I have left the realm of replying and fighting on social media. I've left that, and there was a time I was hot in that realm. So then I was hot in that realm. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, you literally don't understand the differences, right? If you are in, it's like iPhone ecosystem and Windows ecosystem. DaVinci Resolve is one software that can do everything. The highest that I can say is your color grading in DaVinci is if you're a color. I tell every student of mine, if you want to become a colorist,
DaVinci.
go to, like, I would literally tell you from the beginning,
It's DaVinci.
go to DaVinci. But you see, in Premiere Pro, I promise you I'll teach you how you will color grade. If you are not looking to become a colorist, you would color grade to be happy.
And you know the best thing about Premiere Pro right now? They actually brought panel.
Even 2025 or 2026, I can't remember.
2026.
We are good to go. So when I saw that post, I'm like, okay, Fusion page is After Effects.
Actually.
Alright. So at times I'm just like the battle, and okay, DaVinci, you pay your DaVinci Studio, you only pay once in your lifetime. Adobe, you get to pay, you know, monthly or yearly, whatever way you want to pay, right? And I'm just like, CapCut, you pay monthly, right? So in short, DaVinci is the one causing problem because everybody's collecting money monthly. Why are they collecting money once in a lifetime? What's the meaning of that?
I mean, yes, no lie. I think that was one of the reasons I loved DaVinci because
no, you just have to pay, I think, not $200. $200 once in a lifetime,
and after that you have this studio version.
Yes, the studio version.
So with that, I was like, yes, no, like I felt like I didn't have to ask you over paying a monthly subscription. It's like a nice thing and all that. And another thing I love DaVinci for is you don't have to go to After Effects.
Yeah, everything you want to do is in one. But the funniest part for me now is I actually prefer that.
You prefer living.
They gave me dynamic link. The reason is there are times that I'm in Premiere Pro, I want to do maybe not my own type of person. I want to do things in Premiere Pro. This thing is one button click in After Effects. I'm like, I have this tool. I should be under mad. What will it cost me to achieve this same thing in Premiere Pro? My first crazy stuff that I did like that was Typewriter Effect.
Oh yeah, it's easy peasy. Just animate that text stuff.
Now, you know, in After Effects, just one button.
Actually,
adjust your keyframe, you're good to go. But in Premiere Pro, you have to first go and create a line in front. You have to make the line blink to make it look realistic. Then you have to bring in the text, and you have to make the text go like that. It's like a long time. For me, there are times I prefer that because I'm this type of person that, okay, how will I put it? There are some things that, you know, even in Premiere Pro, there are some things that I can use. Okay, let me do this cut jump. If you want to like do a zoom in, you know, a fast zoom in and all of that, just cut it and zoom the next clip. I would not use that. I will use keyframe. Add a keyframe here. Now, one frame before where I want it to zoom, I'm going to hold the keyframe. Then the next keyframe, I'm going to zoom it. We are going to get the same result.
Actually,
now one is shorter, but because of my own type of a person, I want to not just know how this thing can be done faster. I actually want to know every single ways I can do it, because I can be anywhere that you can. I found out that maybe at that point in time I have cut the clip and I've done something on it. I can't scale again, or I've scaled it to a point. What will I do?
You are stuck with what you know.
I'm stuck with now. How can I maybe think outside of the box or something? Right. How am I going to phrase this? Okay. When someone wants to enter, you know, any tech space, right? Most people enter because of their passion. Right. How big is understanding if to any creative space now? How big is understanding that maybe your passion cannot fit you now? Go and get something that can fit you and come back to your passion? Or are you a person of stay with your passion, even if it's not giving you maybe that big money, or it's not even giving you any value?
This was a trick question for me if you have had like 2 years back.
Whatever that last year.
Anyways, it came like this for me. I love robotics.
Okay.
I love robotics. But like I said, I know how to code and other kind of things. I will still use it. Yeah, obviously. But me learning how to build websites, me learning how to create apps and all these kind of things came from I need to fund my robots, so
Yeah.
me transitioning into videography. Yes, I love videography.
So it gave you your first break.
It gave me my first break, and I saw that I can make money with my first break. I like, let me use what I know how to do. So it's for me. It was I like videography. I'm making money from videography. What do we do? Use it to fund my passion for it.
Yeah. So video is a means to an end for you. You need to kick some people out of this place.
But to some point, yeah.
Okay.
I still love it. So yes, I'm getting fun from what I like. But it's to fund another thing for me.
Right.
And sometimes it's like that for other people. Like, okay, let's talk about people in other spaces and all. Let's talk about church.
Okay, the church, because his voice went down when he said the church and the pastor. So let's see what that pastor has to say.
Anyways, you are a man of God.
He's a man of God.
The person is a man of God.
All right.
And really, you've been given kingdom mandates and things to do in the kingdom of God.
Yes, Papa.
But you don't have funds to sponsor the kingdom mandates. And exactly how do you want to perform this kingdom mandate? Yeah, sometimes miracles happen.
Yeah.
But I tell you, out of 100 possibilities, a miracle will happen once.
Can you hear?
So, see, I hate it when people like totally depend on God. God is not a lazy person that gives you and that will.
Yeah.
He does not expect you to work hard. Not work. Do you get?
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying that for a pastor that God has given you in the man to do. Obviously, do you understand? You have to actually work.
Get the kingdom rolling.
Anyways, you have to actually get finances for you to perform. Like, look at all these big men of God. You think it is by professor, and that is all? Oh, sorry. See, that's things they are doing. I don't want to cast you. He's a pastor too.
You would never hear that out.
Okay. Anyways, it comes like that. For me, I feel like for you to gain the love for everything, I said, like I said, videography found me, yes. I didn't know I liked it. Wow. I didn't know. It was when I started doing that I think like it. And I realized that it was not as like now I was speaking to someone recently and she was like she likes shooting video but she doesn't like editing video.
Okay, it's possible.
And no, I was like, okay, it's fun and yes, I understand. And I said that I like editing videos, I don't like shooting videos. That changed actually. It became I like doing both now.
Okay.
But before that you realize that it came from there are some people that do not enjoy staying hours editing. They just want to shoot.
Just shoot what you need and what you don't need and just give you one snippet. You would now speak it, you now act, you now start thinking about your life. Yeah. Who is the person that was holding this camera? Or like, you know, this thing makes me remember. Because the production I have soon, I was talking with the team over there, and I was like, I'm one person of structure. Don't shoot what I don't need. I'm going to list out everything you need to shoot for me. Don't shoot more than what is in this list. I know. I have done. Even there was a time I went for a shoot, right, wanted to, some person actually requested that we recreate something. I just gave it to the boy with me then. I said, analyze this video. Write out every shoot, pan, tilt, zoom in, zoom out on this video. Write it out. Are you done? He said, yes. When we get to the site, list by list, shoot it. Don't be creative for me. You see, sometimes creativity is just frustrating. Just if it was someone that I know I could trust that you could. I'm just training you. So I beg, don't give me a reason to weep.
I was like, yes, well, like some people do not understand. Imagine someone shooting. Because something happened today in church where the person was shooting a 4K video, 60 FPS. Jesus! I asked him, why? What was your person was telling me, oh, that's how we met. I was like, why didn't you ask why that person shot like that day? After that day, have you seen any other person shooting?
What is your intention?
See, even the phone that they shot it on was laggy. I don't know if you get that day. I was like, today I was like, oh,
what is your intention? What are you trying to achieve? What did I do for you?
So you see, there are some people that they just want to overdo. They don't want to. I don't know. Are you trying to impress me? I mean, what exactly? If you want to impress me, this is not how you impress.
This nice.
Like, because for a long time I realized that those people, shooters, if you decide that you want to really stay with that you are and you don't learn, you see some things that they do and you take it as notes instead of. Yeah, so I feel like probably you thought that 60 FPS makes the video cut better. That's what I feel.
Hey, I did not say that outside. I don't say this like well, but really, 4K is in 2 dimensions. You can have 4K in size and you can have 4K in quality. So do with that as you please.
Okay. So we have stuff like I remember there was another time when I was editing and this man shot, it was also 4K, normal 4K, in fact.
Just
yes, it was nice and everything. But imagine the quality was still bad. I was looking at him, I was just like, I told you invest in like, he said no. I told you, get proper background. He said no. He said you wanted that, don't worry, my camera will do. I said, no, you can use the best camera and still have the worst quality. That's just the truth. Once you do not know how to use, going back to tools, it's demanding.
It's demanding.
Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, I'm going to ask this question. If a 14-year-old Emmanuel works inside the film, how are you going to feel? And what are you going to tell it?
So I'll tell you there can be more. There can be more. Yeah. There is more. There are sometimes I'll look back and I'll be like, oh, there are some decisions I made that I shouldn't have made like that. And so there are sometimes I'll be like, oh, there are some decisions you made that you have made them sooner. Not just like, yes, jump on it. Don't slack. Exactly. And so the one thing I would tell my young self was stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Like that was something that I faced when I was like, I was not good enough. I was not good enough. So sometimes my friends have to start to tell me that, hey, guy, you're the best among all of us here in what you do. Why are you because this thing stopped me from getting a lot of. I remember there was a time I had a client and this client was okay. What I was doing.
Well, you were not okay.
Well, no, okay with that. Wow. I told the client that, sir, I'm not even giving you. But he asked me, hey, man, did I ask for more than this? Did I ask for more than this? There was a time I created a video. I loved it. I was like, oh, this is nice. Like, I loved the video. I loved it. And as soon as I was done the video, I said, no, I don't know. It's creative, it is superb, it's crazy. Yes, this is what everybody take me back to where you were coming from. You understand? So I will tell myself, stop overthinking things. Just do it. Because people do not know that when you overthink it, you will realize that you don't eventually do anything. You stay in one place. But once you do it, even if the overthinking comes, you are doing it again.
Yeah.
So that is it for me. I mean, I would just continue.
So I think from that, I don't know, this something is just playing on my head. Do it, live it, learning, risk it, and you'll hear me class. Alright, so thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, bro.
It has been an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot.
Oh, yes.
I know you, all of you know it's the different thing that I learned. I don't know what you take me for, but really,
Take you for a boss. Like,
Jesus. But really, you know, I've learned a lot, and it has been an insightful conversation. So, once again.
Creativity is ultimately about having the vision to create something meaningful and the courage to pursue it. Our guest showed us that success is built through passion, consistency, and willingness to keep growing. If there is one lesson to take away, it is that creativity doesn't just help us make things, it helps us to build lasting impact. Thank you to our amazing guests. Your stories have inspired us, and we hope you've inspired everyone watching as well. Welcome back. As we continue, we are joined by another creative whose work reflects passion, originality, and a commitment to excellence through dedication and consistency. Our next guest has continued to carve out a unique path, proving that creativity has the power to inspire, influence, and connect with people. Today, we'll be talking about their creative journey, what inspires their work, what challenges them, and what creativity truly means to them. Please join me in welcoming our next.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Your name is Dayo, right?
Yes.
So yeah, what's your name? Tell us your full name or your stage name or your design name.
My name is Ifedayo Fayoshe.
Ifedayo Fayoshe.
Yes, and I'm a designer and an entrepreneur.
He is a designer, but I want to capitalize on that entrepreneur because we'll talk about that later. Okay, so when you mentioned that you are a designer, I think design has layers. There are graphics designers, there are people that do illustration, there are people that do UI UX, what else? I think those are the caliber of people we have. I think there's more.
There's more of this thing.
Yeah. There's people that do flyer. Those are still graphic designers. What else? What? The rest are popular. So, what do you do?
So I'm a multidisciplinary designer.
Okay.
So I started out as a brand designer, graphic designer, basically, and then I transitioned into UI UX designing. So I've been doing product design, designing apps, websites, designing flyers and logos, and I also design digital products. For example, templates for websites, similar to Framer templates, Webflow, you know. So that's why I call myself a multi. So I can design most things in the digital space.
Can you design me?
It's possible.
Oh, okay. So let's just go a little bit into subfield. I saw, because you mentioned Framer, it made me remember something. Framer or Figma?
Framer.
Why?
Because when you design in Framer, you can take it and make it become a live site while you are building it. But with Figma, you will have to probably transition into Figma sites before you can use it to, before you can make the live website. So Framer takes you from 0 to 1 quickly than Figma does.
No. Okay. So Framer is a tool that, how would I put it? More like while you're coding, you're just in like a live preview. So wow. Okay. All right. So now let's go a little bit in. What is creativity to you?
To me, creativity, I would say creativity is the ability to create. And that's just what it is to me fundamentally. Anybody that can create is creative. Even if you can create a thought, you can create an object, you can create an idea, then you are being creative, and that is creativity to me.
So creativity is when someone can just create something. So the fact that you can put your thoughts together, that is being creative. Now let me ask this question. I've seen a lot of creatives, right now, people that even take it as a literal job, struggle to say they are successful with their creative skill. What can you say you've done that you can say that I have my reason of asking you this question? You see that it's like, say that it's chicken. I'm learning that from you. So what can you say you've done that people can emulate? The reason I'm asking this is I believe something. I used to say this: if you want to be as rich as Elon Musk, right? Be where he is, do whatever he has done. Even if you don't attain his success, you would be close to it, because the process he actually went through to get to where he is, if you can follow that same path, you should be able to get to where he is, if not there. Probably some other policies, if you're in Nigeria, know that a lot of things will hold you back. But really, but if you are able to, at least you get what I'm trying to say. So if as a creative, someone says, oh, I'm not successful in this thing that I'm doing, what do you think is the cause, and how do you think it can be addressed?
That's a very good question. And I think, like you said, it's a question most creatives struggle with at some point in their career. Even those that are working on a higher level still struggle with it to some extent. And I would say that it boils down to understanding the business of the creative endeavor that you are into. So there's design, and then there's the business of design.
Yes,
exactly. So if you are in the business of design, you might not exactly be designing.
Yes.
But you'll be managing people who design.
Yes.
Same thing with when a chef is working and he builds a restaurant. His goal is not only to cook the best food, but also to attract people that will eat the best food.
Yes.
So that's why I feel like even if you have a creative skill, you're an artist, you're a painter, you're an illustrator, and you create amazing work, but if nobody sees it, nobody would know that you do this thing, and nobody would value it because nobody has seen it. You need to show it to people for people to know that it exists. So when you're into the creative space, it is always about people.
Yeah.
And you're always creating for people. And that's why, if you mention Elon Musk, now the reason why Elon Musk is so wealthy is because his products, his services, businesses have touched the lives of millions.
Yeah.
As a result, he makes millions, billions in this case.
Sorry, I think you can go to trillions.
So he's, the artists too that are creative in the world, the ones that are most successful are the ones that their songs are being listened to by the most people.
Yes.
So it's directly proportional to volume. So it's about scale now. And then there's also magnitude.
Yeah.
There are some people that are serving, let's say, 50 to 100 people, but they are selling their work at a very high margin.
Yeah.
Because they're able to find those people that are willing to buy their work at a very high margin.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So some people can say that's a low margin, but to a lot of people,
Yes.
at a high margin, but to few people.
Yes.
And they still make the same amount of money.
Yes.
So it's about finding the people that value your work, basically. And that takes time. And when you're into the creative space, you need to learn, the business of what you do, not only the craft. You want to master the craft and practice, but you also need to understand the business.
Yes.
If you don't understand the business, you need to find someone who does that can help you with it. If all you care about is, I just want to create, then you need to find somebody that can help you with the business aspect of the creative business you are into. So it takes time, but finding people, meeting people, networking people, just like the way I met you. And if I think of somebody who does something, when it comes to cinematography videos, I'll think of you.
Yeah.
And I'll mention your name in rooms where I think that people they get value from working with you.
Yeah.
And that's basically how we grow as creatives.
Yeah. So I get you. You actually mentioned it. My next question, you talked about it. So where's your mic? You can sign it. Okay.
This is 4.
Okay. You mentioned it, but I just want to throw it to you as a personal question.
Okay.
Large volume, at a small price to a large amount of people, or higher price, small amount of people. Which one would you go for?
Higher price, small amount of people.
Why?
Because you are able to be specific with the type of work you do. When you're working with a small set of people, you are understanding the needs of that specific small set.
Yes.
But when you're working with a large amount of people, you are finding something that almost everybody can enjoy. Almost everybody would want to resonate with, which seems easy and simple, but can be harder. Assuming you're craving to the desire and taste of very wealthy people, you can spend a lot of time working on the fine details of that work, and
make it luxury.
exactly,
Luxury,
go all the extreme, and you won't mind spending to get to that point, because you know that once you're done with it, you will get a lot of reward and profit from that work. So you'll be more, I would say, more committed because the reward is higher. But if you're working for something for a large number of people, it may or may not be successful. You would have to do a lot of testing. Same would have done with the luxury one, but you will do a lot more testing and you feel a lot more. You need to feel a lot more quicker to be able to figure out what exactly everybody would really like.
Yes.
So that's why I feel like if you focus on a small set of people, but you price your work at a very high margin, it is more rewarding. That it is also very hard to find those people because you need to be in their network.
I actually even believe that all those people already have some money, so you have to find a way to snatch them.
You need to find the people that they already enjoy working with, people's work they already consume, and put yourself in that space to be able to relate and be in that environment. Know that I love A's work and B is also working with him. His work is probably going to be good. And then by the time you start building relationships and being in that space, creating contents that those kind of people consume, you start getting attention and they will start wanting to work with you.
So, I want to go this direction.
Okay.
Something happened recently. I saw in news that Ford employed, is it not 3,000 of their engineer back?
Okay.
Because AI could not deliver what it did. That's right. I remember, I think this time last year, the conversation was around AI wants to take our job. But we are kind of now drifting to a point, because I was even telling someone that AI would actually get to a point where it's more expensive than human. But I want to ask you, what do you think what direction do you think we are going to? And that would now lead to my next question. Answer this one so that you not know the next question. You shoot yourself on the head.
What direction do I think we are going to with AI?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be possible that AI is not accessible to everybody even now, even though it looks like it. But the real big models are not accessible to everybody.
Yes.
You would need a lot of heavy machinery and heavy computational power to be able to run most models, especially if you want to self-host it. So it is even more expensive right now than, but in the future, what I would say most big business are trying to push is going to be humanoid robots, even though AI agents are very common now. They will be able to take over most jobs because of how much data they are able to retain and how fast they are learning and how fast they are growing and scaling at the moment. But in the end, just like what we currently do with social media, of why you consume certain people's content, people would find people they like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
People will find people the content they enjoy and people they want to work with. Even though there's an option of using AI to get something done, sometimes you just want somebody to do it for you. You just want that person's touch on that work. Now, it's going to get to a point where there are going to be a lot of people that are offering AI services, and now there's like unique AI services whereby the way this person uses AI is different from this person uses AI, but they both use AI. But you want this person's use of AI to be what appears in your work.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is also going to happen, and that's going to happen because of human creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody choose to use a tool, because AI is a tool fundamentally.
Yeah.
It's different from the way everybody else perceives. They can give them the same task with the same tool, and the outcomes will be different.
Yes.
And this also happens because most times we can't really control exactly the output of AI. Sometimes we just give it things, which is where we have vibe coding and vibe designing. We just give it prompts and instructions, and we see what comes out. Then we fine tune it to the taste and the quality that we want. So the future, basically, I don't know if it's going to get to Africa so much. What other countries are saying, which is they want to have more humanoid robots doing most of the work, which is why they are posting a lot of content to try to market it, to make it look as if it's normal to have humanoid robots roaming around the world, But it's going to be tough for that to happen in Africa because we have some basic problems that we are still trying to fix, and China having dark factories where no humans are present and it's just machines just shipping products every 5 minutes. There's a new product out, and it just from start to finish, it doesn't take that long anymore, and it's maybe just one person managing the factory to make sure that everything is working. So I see it over there is different, over here is different. I feel like we still need to fix some basic things before we can start having conversations about how AI would enter the creative space in Africa.
Okay, now my next question is this. It's still relating to the future.
Okay.
But now it is around, we know that generations by generations, right, time by time, season by season, there is always something trending. There is always the big skill. Now, right now, we are on the phase of AI. Now, do you think you can tell, right, from your own perspective, that this is going to be the next big skill
Hmm.
after AI. Because I believe that AI is going to come and
It's going to come and go.
yes. How will I put it? Not how will I okay, now let's put it like this. The hype is going to come and go, such that another skill is going to take the hype. And I believe in something that the earlier you get into the hype, the better it is for you to actually enjoy the benefit that comes with that hype. So let's put the example of when people were still saying, I want to become a doctor, engineer, lawyer, some people went into crypto. Crypto got the hype. Now, the beauty of that was the people that started. You know, right? Those people that started earlier, the people that are now doing mentorship. Now, I don't want to go there. But after crypto, I think we got into maybe real estate. Then after real estate, we got into, now we are in AI. And it's more to me, though I think we are still at the agent level. We are still like, is it not 2 or 3 more levels? I know that as at this point, the hype is not like there like last year. Nobody is literally, last year, everybody was scared. That what do I need to do? What do I not need to do? That does not mean you don't need to upskill. That does not mean you don't need to get better. But I just want to know, what do you think might be the next step? Or you don't know?
Well, I don't know for sure. I don't know what exactly the next type is going to be. But something I do know that a lot of experts have said, and it's proven to be true, that most likely you won't be replaced by AI, but you'll be replaced by somebody who uses AI. Yeah. So I think that statement is becoming truer every day. And you need to arm yourself with that knowledge. AI is becoming very synonymous with what happened when the internet first broke out and we started using the internet. Yeah. And now internet is just a normal thing. And now we've built other things on top of the internet. Mm-hmm. So I feel like AI too is coming in as something like that, where it just becomes a part of our world. Like you said, the hype goes down and it becomes normal for AI agents to do things for you. Yeah. And for you to interact with them and, give them tasks, So what the next hype is going to be, I can't say for sure, but many people are also saying, many experts are also saying that the AI bubble will soon burst if it hasn't already busted. So if that happens, nobody knows what's going to happen, to be sure. Okay. A lot of people can make predictions, but nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. So people are predicting economic collapse, but I don't know if that is possible, very possible, because the effect of AI is affecting people's life in real time, even right now. There's less water, less resources, less finance to the middle class and low class people, and the big firms and big companies keep pumping money into AI still. So it's the way to make people's lives better. It seems it's
making it
worse. So we just have to wait and see to see the result of every action that we are taking right now.
All right. So I want to go in this direction. Okay. Right. As a person, one thing that I think we actually discussed it last year, but now I want to throw it in with a little bit of shade. When we say think outside of the box, right? Thinking outside of the box is meant to be something that, but let me just package it like this. Now, what is that box itself? Right? Or does the box exist? Because I have actually seen people tear up because the person they're working with actually told them to think outside of the box. Something funny happened to me, I think early this year. I was referred to someone outside of the country to do a work for them. Then when the person sent me a mail as a brief, when I saw it, I knew in my heart that I cannot work with this person. The person sent a video, a long video. The first thing was they wanted a landscape video. They shot it in portrait. Then they said, I think the next thing was they wrote just be creative. And in my head, I'm like, this is this is the biggest trap, because then after a few weeks, the moment I saw it, I even did not really, like, I just took my mind off it and I did not explain, but I explained it. Then many weeks after, the person, I think they now sent the mail back, probably did not send someone, because I was even shocked that they even sent the mail back, that they needed a response from me, that will I do it, and then I responded with, number one, I don't do restaurant that is not paid. Number two, I don't do go and be creative. Show me what you've seen to make you want to create something like this, because what you have in your head might be completely different from what I have in my head. And the beauty is that I give you not something that is good that you love, not something that is good that I love, right? And the third thing is, I think you did not even record the video well. So if I'm going to work on this, the first thing I'm going to have to do is to send you back home to go and re-record. And the video is actually long. So, now the reason why I said all of that is, I think to me personally, I've gotten to a place where I can tell myself, not all jobs I'm getting. The moment I see you and your job is going to stress me, I'm going to send you back to your father's house. Now, what can you say to creatives that they found themselves in places or in a situation where, or they are working with someone that some person is simply saying, yes, because at times the intention is good. They want them to be better, but they are finding themselves in a place where they want them to just think outside of the box. And that is the phrase many people get. What do you think about that situation? What is now I asked, what is that box itself? Does the box exist? And to people that are there, and now have you been in a situation like that, and what did you do? And to someone that is there, what can the person do?
That's a very good question.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the you, baby.
Well, I'm going to have to reference people that have solved this kind of problem before. And I may also mention something from my own story. I've had situations like that before, where I get the brief and the client says, just be creative. I just want to see what you do, or just try something without being specific. What you would want to do as a creative in that situation is to take a step back and ask questions that will help you understand the problem the client is trying to solve.
Mm-hmm.
The client is trying to be ambiguous. It might not be on purpose.
Yeah.
It might be because they lack context for the type of questions that will help them get what they want.
Yeah.
So you want to help them bring clarity to their own idea so they can bring clarity to the work you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So if the client is refusing to answer those questions, that's when you know that you probably won't be able to work with this person, because you have no idea what exactly this person wants. And if you don't know what it wants, what he or she wants, you won't be able to give them a solution or know the direction to go into. Because as a creative, you can go into a million directions. And that's the biggest problem, that's the biggest dilemma. You don't want to be confused. That's why we say we have creative blocks.
Yeah.
We don't know which direction to take this into, what effects we should add, what colors we should use, the type of theme, the kind of song, the kind of illustrations, pictures, many options the many directions we could go. So we need to clarify why.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to do this? Once the person starts thinking and giving you answers to those questions, it will give birth to other questions that will give you more clarity as to the objective of that work.
Yeah.
So I think that the boils down, that's what creatives that work at a high level also do. They ask very good questions. And that's why most clients, the clients they work with, really value their opinion, because they help them bring clarity to the work they want to do.
Yeah.
There are some things the clients might not have seen at the beginning of the project, but while having a conversation with that creative, because he asked very good questions, he's able to even see more potential, more opportunity in that work, and know the options they have. If you take it in this direction, the consequence might probably be this.
Yeah.
If you take it in that direction, you probably get this result. And that would influence more of the decisions the creative will make, because you want to narrow it down as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
even when you are presenting options to the client, you want to present maybe 2 to 3 options.
Yeah.
So that you don't want to give him like 1,000 options, because that would just leave the client overwhelmed and you won't be able to choose. So you want to reduce the options to 2 or 3 and ask very good questions. Also, you want to keep the client in the loop. Most times why we face those blocks is because we sit with it. And instead of sitting with it, you want to also share that problem with the client and tell him that you're having this problem. And the reason we're having this problem is because you don't understand this part of the project. What does he have to say about it? What does he think about it? If he were to do this, what does he envision for this part of the project, this part of the clip, this part of the design, this part of the app? What experience is he seeing? What emotions does he want to evoke? Those little clues are things that will direct you to and give you hints to how you should work on the project.
Yeah. Okay. Now, because of indenting. Oh, God. Okay. Because of you mentioned something, and that is creative block. I want to go in this direction. What is creative block?
That's the hard question, because if that question say won't give me creative block. Creative block is when you can't think through a specific problem in your work. When you're seeing a lot of potential, but you can't decide which direction to go through or to go with. Writers have writer's block, painters to have, blocks while they are painting.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
So you would most of the time you're always playing different roles when you are working. When you are close to your work and you're actually adding something to it, you are being in the creative mode. But you get to a point, you want to take a step back to reevaluate and become a critic.
Yes.
And look at the work that, is this actually good?
Mm-hmm.
Is this really important to add into this work? Is it really essential? Or should it be removed? Why is it here? And then asking those questions are things that make you reflect about the purpose of the work. And then those things are things that can stop you from moving forward with that project. Having those questions, having those doubts, reflecting on the work you're actually doing. Is this what would actually bring the desired result I'm actually working towards? So that's why I'm like, creative block is a hard question, because it appears in different forms. Sometimes you just lose motivation, which is not something you should depend on as a creative, because most of the time you want to always try to rely on process. That's the way to push consistent work, that even if when you're unmotivated, you want to make sure that your process helps you. It saves you. Like when you encounter something like this, what do you do? Sometimes we find solace in looking at other people's successful work to pick up inspiration, to find a semblance of what we are working to, what success looks like, to see that, if I can pick out this part of this person's work and add it to this thing, maybe it can actually, so I can't give a fixed definition of what creative block is.
Yeah.
But it is a block. It is a block.
Okay. Let me go this route and say, you mentioned something, saying, and this is going to make me ask this: when a creative, how big is it for creatives to show up? Reason is, every single day, I see creatives box themselves back to the shell. And I'm going to say this, even most people that claim they are showing up, most of the time, it's something that triggers them. It's like, how will I put it? Most of the people that take this creative as a job, most of them they love their inward house, they don't want to go out. How big is it for creatives to show up in their outward space, even when it is not convenient for them?
It is actually very big. It is very big. Most of those who work with big agencies, work at a high level, know the value of going to events,
Yes.
right? That is where they meet new people. And sometimes they even meet old people that will introduce them to new people.
New people.
So if they don't put themselves in those environments, they won't be able to meet those people. If you keep staying, and even if you choose to lock yourself inside, you still have to meet people. But it's going to be even harder because you have to be intentional about the people you want to meet. And those people might not want to meet you. So that's why you leave comments on posts, you send DMs and get no response. But assuming you met them physically at an event and they're able to see that you are real and you say what you said, you do what you say you do, they will be more akin to trust you. And that's when you exchange contacts, they give you their business cards, they're able to, leave an impression on them easily than when you keep interacting online and you send 100 emails or 200 DMs and you get like 10 responses. And those responses that say, please don't send me any message.
That good response.
Good response. So it's very important that you actually try to show physically, and then you try to appear at events where people value what you do and meet people that also do what you do that might know something that you don't know.
Yeah.
So that's how you expand your knowledge about the business of the creative work you actually do. Because some people are there that make 10 times more what you do, and you want to learn, once you know what they know that you don't know, that helps them to achieve something like that. And you can only do that by meeting people physically. So you need to break out of that shell. And even if you do want to build a relationship with people or network online, you need to find a way to deliver value. Because the mistake most creatives make is that when they are reaching out to people, they're always reaching out with the aim of getting something. Getting this person to work with me, getting this person to collaborate with me on a project, trying to get an opportunity to do A or B with this person. But if you think about it in the sense of what can I give this person?
Probably not even getting anything now.
Exactly. What can I give? How can I be of service? How can I help this person? It could be as simple as sending this person a blog post you read that you feel that would be of help to that person. Sending them a YouTube video. It doesn't have to be something grand, right? Just like I saw your last post on, you're talking about AI. Then I saw this post by Anthropic. I thought you'd be interested in it. You can check it out when you have the time. Simple things like that. And then they say thank you. Now, because they said thank you, they would want to reciprocate that kindness.
That kindness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they might also send something your way. I said, I saw that you do designs.
They will actually be forced to go check what you do.
Exactly. That why does this person care so much to be sending me these things when he knows that, So it is easier to do it. Like, it is harder too, because you need to be intentional and you need to pay attention to feel like...
You can't afford to send them rubbish.
Exactly. Because nobody would respond to rubbish.
Yeah.
It has to be something that is important to them. That you help them with and you share with them. And that's how you build connections online. If you don't want to break out of that shell and just want to keep to your personal space. But even then, you would want to take it as far as to be like, have calls with them. By the time you've exchanged conversations with them a couple of times, you'll be like, can we jump on a video call? I'd like to maybe share something with you. I'd like to talk about A or B with you. I know that you do this. I would like your opinion on this. But this is going to be after some time. It is not
immediately,
right?
Yes.
So after this person trusts you to a certain degree and you've helped them with a couple of things, then you can pitch that. And that's how you expand your network. These are people that would now start sharing your posts, talking about you in rooms that I know somebody that does this. So that's what I think about, how creatives are always in their space and how important it is for them to show up, both online and offline. So both is important.
Wow, that's huge. And that direction, I've never actually even seen I would like when you're like when you do something, but you've not really seen it as this is what I do and all of that. So I want to actually ask this question. I know you own Highness Hub, and Highness Hub is a place where creatives, anybody, can come to use power and, in short, even help them break out of their shell to come and meet people of like minds. You would always meet him there. You can bill him. He has money, and and all of that. How did you get started with that stuff?
Well, everything starts from an idea.
That's not money.
Everything starts from an idea, but mostly it always stems from a problem, right? Because we are in Nigeria, there's always been this problem with electricity and power supply. And I actually I reside in Akure, so I grew up around Futa Federal University of Technology, Akure, and I realized that there was a space where students could go work there in school on campus. They even had more stable power and internet than we did in the city of Akure. So it was very interesting to me. I had to go there a couple of times. But when I came to campus in Federal University of Ekiti, I realized that there was nothing like that. And the town itself didn't really have much power too. It was very...
No, it's not like they didn't really.
I'm trying to be nice.
Okay, my bad.
So I felt like a lot of people, and I had a tech job then that was being affected by relying on generator and buying fuel. I had a story of a colleague too that was also in tech that had to drop out of school to be able to meet his deliverables and continue his work.
Yeah, I think I had a friend who also left school.
Because of just how unstable the internet was and how bad electricity was in the town. So
people like that are more so than they leave school.
So I felt like it was very, 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 very bad. People shouldn't have to drop out of school because of electricity and internet. It is so basic in other places. So if you can create a space for people to just come and work, and people were getting paid reasonably. Some of them were earning as high as 300,000 naira per month. And if they could just find they were dedicating like over 1/3 of it to buy fuel. So if you can find a way to solve that problem for them, it's going to become a very, very huge boost for young people to keep working in the tech space and keep growing. And even those that want to learn and they have computers, they don't have anywhere to learn. Internet is expensive. They cannot just choose to watch or download anything. They have to be very careful about, the videos they watch. And now that if you want to work in tech, you need stable internet. Yeah. And you don't want to be concerned about you have 2 gig left or 1 gig left, when you are doing things like that. So that was what gave birth to iNest, because it was a problem I myself was facing. And then I had to speak to people about it. That there is this problem that I think I need to solve in this place. And somebody came, and one of the people I was speaking with told me to write up a business plan and send it to him. Right? And that was where everything changed. And then he chose to work with me to build iNest, and then iNest is what it is today.
Oh, amazing. Okay, can I say something to that? Okay, so you made mention of something, and I want to throw you on the spot right now. You made mentions of creative getting to learn. Is there a plan for iNest to help creatives learn? Or is there like a program? Or are we looking to have one?
Well, it's something I feel like we could have. But I mostly believe that most of the information you need is available online.
Yes.
And if you really want to learn, you would find your way around it, is what I believe.
Yes,
so we don't have plans to dedicate, labor to train people.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But that's why we try to just create that space for people to come in and meet with people at the hub that are already working, are already, doing things, and they could speak with, or even I myself I have a lot of people have come to meet me that they want to break into this part of tech. And with the little knowledge I have, I've been able to share with them resources and places they could, go to. There are a lot of free, high-end, very high quality courses. And even which you can even download paid courses. You can download paid courses for free if you know your way around the internet. Yeah, right. So we don't have plans to start an academy to train people. If that's the question you're asking.
Is there something like an open day where you can just come in and talk to pros?
Well, something we can work on now that you mention it. It's actually a very good idea.
How much I pay for that? Okay. Let me go a little bit in this direction. You mentioned something earlier that when creatives get to a point where they're looking at their work from a particular angle, that trying to critique and all of that. In situations like that, many people tend to spend more time struggling with what they've done and trying to make it better, right? I could have used red instead of green. You use green, you're like, nah, it's not green. At times, I understand that there is always this point of satisfaction that if you've not gotten there. But how about learning to just let it go?
No, I don't think that's a good strategy.
Okay, now the reason why I said that learning to just let it go is let me use this. You can do a work, it is perfect to your eyes, to your audience eyes, it's rubbish. You can do a work, it is rubbish to your eyes. It is maybe rubbish to your eyes, to your audience, your eyes perfect, to your own eyes it's rubbish.
Yes.
Times like that, how about putting that psychology? That this is not like this is not okay. Because the more work you put out means more people knows you. Because I'm going to come in a little bit from the point of storytelling. I've seen reports of people saying, I did this project and I failed. And this is my report. And those reports are out there. Because now, I see a lot of problem in everybody trying to put, so to say, a 100% perfect work. And I believe now I'm not saying don't give your clients a perfect job. Now, but something that, maybe you're working on something, a video or a design, you just wanted to post it out, and it is not there. You spend more time making one perfect that you can actually use that time to create more, to actually pull that. Now, that is my own thought about it.
Well, what I think about it basically is feedback.
Matters, yes.
Yes, you need a third person's perspective on what you are doing. Most especially, you need the perspective of the person you are creating it for.
Yes.
Now, this could be the client, this could be the customer, this could be the end user. Because I'm a user experience designer, we always look to work with users because what we are creating is for the users. So, and I feel like every content, sometimes you don't have the chance to test it, but you want to share it with at least a few people to get an opinion on what they think about it.
Yeah.
In that process, you'll be able to find clues to how you can improve or refine it. Some people might mention what you should remove from the work. Some people might mention what you should add. And you'll be able to take this feedback and assess it and look at the work yourself and justify or decide which of those feedback you feel is valuable enough for you to add to the work. So I feel in a case where you said it is not okay in the creative's eye, but it's okay in the eye of the audience, he has done a good job.
Yes.
Right? That work is successful. But he was only able to find out because he shared it with the audience.
Exactly.
In his own eye, he feels he could do better and there's more work to be done. But in the eye of the audience, they feel like this is the best thing I've seen. This is the best thing since sliced bread. So that's why I feel like feedback is very important. And that's when you're working with clients, you want to make sure that you're keeping them in the loop. You don't want to go into a box and then come out of the other end of the box, come out with the full results, and then they tell you, no, this is not what we want. You've wasted all that time because you didn't take them along
journey.
Exactly, through the process of what you were doing. Of telling them that I finished this scene, what do you think about it before you move on to the next scene? You know, that feedback would help keep you on track.
It can even take longer time than the project.
Exactly. You know, so most time you know that this is the goal, and you always want to assess your decisions by the end results. You say that we are going to this point, and does this align? Does this help us get to this point? Does this help us communicate or create that thing we want to create? Does it help us, you know, share that information or that, you know, story we want to tell?
Yeah.
So that is one way. I think having feedback loops of like sharing it with a friend could give you more perspective than just sitting down with the work and judging it yourself.
Yeah.
Because by the time your friend gives you a feedback of like, wow, this is beautiful, you can now put on the psychology of let it go.
Let it go.
It will be easier to do because you've gotten feedback and you've been able to assess it. Like it might not be good in my eyes, but for the goal I'm trying to achieve, it works. Okay. And then I need to move on to the next part of the work I'm doing.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask this question, and it's kind of stem out from something you said. You mentioned that process. How well should everybody actually know that their life is a journey? Right? You don't. There's a psychology outside that, and there's a thought pattern that tech is one place you enter today and you make your first $1,000 the next 5 weeks, or you learn. If you are done learning today, the next 3 weeks you get one big client, or you get your first client that will pay you 1,000 naira safe, right? That is, it stems into a lot of people not having the expectation met, people not getting complaining, and it now feels like they've been scammed and all of that. How well do you think creatives need to know that tech is actually a journey?
Well, very well. They should know very well that it's a journey, just like everything else. Just like everything else, tech is also a journey. I mean, is there anything that is not?
No.
That's not a journey. So, it's a process. There are people that send applications. There are even senior people that have worked with one of the top big companies like or Microsoft and Facebook, and they got laid off.
Yeah.
And for them to get a new job was very difficult. They had to send applications for almost a year, some of them, to get the next job after they lost their last job. So those are people that have been in the space for like almost a decade.
Yeah, that's any CV with them.
And you just learned the skill.
You think they will come for you?
And now you want them to just absorb you. It's going to take time. And that's why network is always very important. Those who know what you do will really want to call your names in certain rooms. Assuming you have a relationship with a startup founder and that is just starting up, and he probably doesn't have a lot of resources to pay you that big amount of money, but he really want to help you gain that experience right? For you to be able to have something to your portfolio, to your LinkedIn page, to say that you've actually worked on something that affected, even if it's 100 people.
Yes.
Right? That is more valuable to you than trying to look for a very big high-paying job, because people that are working those companies, they are expecting you to already have a certain number of years of experience.
Before 26.
And you don't have those years of experience, and you can't compete with the senior people that are also applying for that same role. So it's when you're able to reference the previous people you've helped, the previous startups you've worked with, or you have people that, and even that startup founder will probably be the one to mention you to other people in his network.
Yeah.
If you do a good job, that I have
one boy, you have one girl.
Exactly. I have a designer that helped me on my team. I feel like it's going to be a good fit here. And that's the way you should think about it. That is the journey that you go through as a creative and as a techie.
Right. They said that, okay, now, not related, but I'm seeing a wave of younger, very, 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 very young people. I'm seeing a wave of parents, right, looking to bring their children into the tech space as early as possible. What do you think about that?
I think it's very good. I think it's one of the best things to happen right now, because parents are realizing the potential and the effect of tech.
Yeah.
So I think schools are even trying to adopt exposing kids to more tech skills.
No, I don't think that.
To more tech skills at a very early age, because this is how they gain advantage over their peers, because now they are counting experiences from when they were 12. You know, and by the time they are 20, they already have 8 years of experience. Now, and if you're just starting at 18 or 20, you want to compete with someone that started at 12, you're
late in the
exactly
game.
You know,
there are no Asians of this. Every brand wants someone younger that they know would stay with them probably for a longer time.
This is also the same way athletes train. Pro athletes, Olympic athletes already start training from when they were very young. Chess masters also start playing chess from when they were like 5 or 4. So this is how this is how to gain an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the parents are doing for their kids, and I think it's actually very good. I also like to do it for my kids also.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up with this. And you mentioned something, and I'm going to use it to wrap it up. You mentioned unfair advantage, right? The question is, does everybody have their own unfair advantage in the world? And how can people maximize? Is it okay for them to monetize it? Is it okay for them to ignore it?
Yes, the answer to that question is yes. Everyone has an unfair advantage. It's similar to the story of David and Goliath. It looked like Goliath was destined to win.
Yes.
But David had an unfair advantage in the fact that he was nimble and he knew how to use a projectile.
You know something stuck on
He was a very skilled,
you know that he knows that thing.
thrower. So he already dealt with lions, dealt with bears, you know, to protect his sheep as a shepherd.
Yeah.
And being in front of Goliath was just like it was in front of another beast.
Yeah.
And then he just had to take care of it the way he had to take care of people.
He has a lot of wait lists.
Goliath doesn't have experience with those things because he has always been seen as a giant man, a mighty man. He was expecting that David was going to come and fight with him with a sword and stand before him. But David changed the rule of the game and walked and fought with him at a distance.
Yeah.
So that was how David got the advantage he got and defeated him without even, you know, stressing too much. Probably stressed a lot, but you know, it was still relatively easy compared to what everybody else was thinking.
Everybody was expecting.
Exactly. And this is also how small companies and small businesses are able to do things compared to big organizations. In small businesses and startups, you're able to make decisions quickly.
Yes.
In a big organization, you have to pass through different layers.
Tables, your document.
Exactly. You need to submit here, there, approval here and there before they actually approve it, and they will release a budget, and then
you know, but your budget, everything will scatter.
As for me and a small startup, as a designer, I just feel like I'm thinking about this idea. What do you think about it? Work directly to the founder, and it is a great idea. Let's execute. And next thing is already in developers, and next thing you shift it into the app, you know, and everybody's already using it. So that's also an unfair advantage. But even as a big organization too, they have the advantage of capital.
Yes,
because they are big already. The advantage the small players don't have.
You can even kick them out of the market.
They can even acquire them. You know, so everybody really has an unfair advantage, and it takes time for you to reflect and look at your situation and look at your story and think about what is the advantage in this situation. So I think it's about perspective. Just being able to see the good, perspective and attitude. Being able to see the good in your situation.
Yeah.
Of like, what's good is in this, and it's about choice too. It's like I said, choosing to see it.
choosing to say.
Exactly, because a lot of people are looking at you and seeing all the wrong in it. That's you're wild. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you are going through a lot. But if you choose to say that no, this is actually a good thing. I'm actually really learning. You have been in a state where you wouldn't have been without, that specific situation happening to you. You're able to gain perspective that other people can't gain.
Yeah.
Because they are not in the same situation as you. So that's why I feel like, everybody has an unfair advantage. If you are introverted, you've learned how to sit with your thoughts, and really think and really reflect before you speak. You really have time to ruminate on a lot of things. If you are extroverted too, you've learned how to interact with people without even knowing you were learning how to interact with people. You learn how to deal with all sorts of people, how to start conversations, how to meet strangers. All these things are advantages unique to different specific type of people. So I feel like everybody does have it, and it could be anything. It could be people you know, it could be people in your family, it could be friends you met in school, it could be people you met in church. All those things can be unfair advantage depending on how you choose to see it.
All right. It's your own perspective. It's your own thoughts. It depends on how you choose to see it, and you have an unfair advantage. I think it's a big lesson you can get out of this, right? Even if you don't know it now, take your time, look for it. It is called unfair and it is called an advantage for a reason. So if you are not intentional in enjoying what you have as an overhead against your competitors, then you are actually just enabling them to be able to, win you over. They are using theirs, right? Use yours. I would always say a beautiful lady and an ugly lady standing on the road. The tendency for a man to pick up the beautiful one is higher. The tendency for a girl that is very, very, very busty and is, has packed everything outside for heaven and heart to see, to be picked up, is higher, right? It's not because people are not nice. It's just an unfair advantage. So, hey, take off your time and maximize it. If you know how to monetize it, I promise you, people are going to pay for it. So, once again, I want to say thank you. It's a privilege that we have you here. It's a privilege to learn from you, right? And if you ever want to work and you need a space to work in a collective, I don't know, you're looking to expand to Hoya, right?
Maybe sometime in the future, yes.
All right. So, I promise you, Ines Hub I've been to Ines Hub. I've enjoyed Ines Hub. I can promise you that. Though you have to taste that. They do give a lot of promos too. Yes. So, just, you can, reach out to Ines Hub and Odayo, designer DGNSR. I know book now. I got it then. So,
thank you.
Thank you so much. And it's nice to have you here.
It's been wonderful.
And that's a wrap for another inspiring episode of What is Creativity. Today's conversation has shown us that creativity has no boundaries, whether it is expressed through art, business, fashion, music, or entrepreneurship. Creativity is about having the courage to bring your ideas to life and the discipline to keep growing. A huge thank you to our guests for sharing not just the success, but also your journey, your challenges, and your lessons that continue to shape you. Your stories are a reminder that every great achiever begins with one creative decision. To everyone watching, we hope today's episode has inspired you to see creativity from a new perspective and encourage you to embrace your own creative potential. But we're not done yet. Tomorrow, we are returning with Day 3. And trust me, you would not want to miss it. We'll be joined by more incredible creatives who are making waves in their respective fields. Another inspiring spotlight conversation that takes us behind the scenes from remarkable creative journey, and even more thought-provoking discussions as we continue answering one powerful question: what is creativity. So be sure to join us tomorrow for another exciting episode. Until then, keep learning, keep creating, and keep believing in the power of your ideas.